Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Spider, and welcome back to another review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Kre-o Transformers Autobot Jazz. Yeah, does anybody remember Kre-o? Remember when that was a thing? Is Kre-o even still around? Yeah, it doesn't matter anyways. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of their Transformer sets from 2010. Specifically the Jazz one, obviously. So yeah, well, first things first, we're going to take a look at the packaging. So it's going to fall over, so we'll raise up the camera here so we can take a better look at this packaging. So here we have the front of the box. We got Jazz there. It's Autobot Jazz, set number 3146, 22 pieces. Comes with 2 Kreons, which were essentially just the Kre-o version of a Lego minifigure. Works with leading brands, which is actually true. You can build with both Lego and Kre-o. They're not always 100% compatible, but close enough. You got the back of the box, showing off some more stuff, the things. And you got the top of the box. You got the bottom of the box, showing off some of the stuff you can get. You got the side of the box with a nice picture of Jazz. You got the side of the box with a thing there and words, and that's pretty much it. Now, onto the instructions, which are in not the greatest of conditions, but we'll take a look at them anyways. I did not speak English there for that second. Anyways, so we got the front of it, same picture on the front of the box. You got a picture here, and I appreciate that it actually tells you like what page you need to go to build what mode. I really like that. Let me focus in here. There we go. You can see it's about a medium build difficulty. Sort your blocks by color and size to make them easier to find. No. Anyway, so here we have some stuff telling you how to build all the things being told how to build. And you have me trying not to rip this thing even more than it already is. You have all the pieces that it comes with. And you have the back of it showing, once again, other Kre-os you can get. And I'm just going to gently set that aside because, yeah, I don't want that to break any more than it already has. Alright, so now we should take a look at the actual set. So, first up here, we're going to take a look at the Kreons. And here we got the race car driver. Yeah. And interesting thing about these Kreons is they're actually more articulated than a Lego figure. Because they can take his head off. It's got a traditional, his head can rotate around just like a Lego figure. But the arms are on ball joints, so they can move around a little bit more. Obviously, and can rotate. And the waist can rotate as well. And the hips are also on ball joints. So, yeah, I mean, it's not like crazy articulation, but it's like it's more than like a figure would have, which is very interesting. Usually you'd think the knockoff would be worse off, but no, quite the opposite. Anyhow, so here we have him. He looks pretty just normal guy, like, nothing too crazy going on with the face. Just got a red jumpsuit with some gray flames on it. Nothing going on in the back. So yeah, pretty simple. Hang on, let me get him a little more centered. So yeah, pretty simple overall. Focus on the face. Pretty simple, not too much craziness going on here. He's got a hat, which if you don't like, you can actually swap it out with a helmet. And the helmet is actually reverse colors from the jumpsuit because it's red with gray flames, and this is gray with red flames. Yeah, so that's it. Whoops. So that's it for that. Next up here we have a Kreon Jazz, and these were kind of one of the main reasons people really like these Kre-o Transformers is that each one would come with a little miniature version of the character, and they looked pretty dang cool. So yeah, you got a little Jazz here, and he looks pretty close to his G1 incarnation, except he has door wings, which that one didn't have. But whatever. So yeah, he looks pretty cool. Same amount of articulation as the other guy, of course. It's got some nice torso detail. Not a whole lot going on everywhere else, but it's pretty cool. He's got some detail on the back of the door wings as well. It's unfortunate too, the piece is actually kind of starting to crack, but it's holding out so far. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And he also comes with a blaster. And I really, hang on, let me get it focused here. Whoops. It's a focus, not drop it, jeez. Okay, here, come on. Hey, no, you had it for a second there. There you go. I really like these blasters because they resemble the classic blasters they had in the original cartoon. I really like the look of those. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. Overall, I can see why people like these things so much, because they are pretty cool. Also, hey, you guys want to see something cursed? Jazz without his helmet! Ah! Okay, that's enough of that. Now on to the actual set. Alright, here we have the car. It is made out of Kre-o pieces. And a way to tell the difference between Kre-os and regular Legos, and this is true for pretty much every Lego copycat, knockoff, whatever you want to call them, is that a real Lego piece has Lego on the stud. So yeah, if it doesn't have that, it's not Lego. So yeah, pretty much every Lego piece, or at least most of them, have Lego on it somewhere. If it doesn't have a stud, it's probably somewhere on the piece. You can check that for yourself. It's probably not 100% guarantee, but most of the time, that's how you can tell. But anyways, here we have the vehicle. And overall, it looks pretty nice. It does have some stickers, which you can tell I was great at putting on stickers as a kid. Oh, I was excellent at doing that. I even managed to put these on backwards. This little gray bit is supposed to be facing the other way, but oh well. But despite me putting them on as crappily as I did, they have actually managed to stay on pretty well. I mean, they're a little rough in some spots, but for the most part, they stayed on. I think the only one that's missing, yep, there's a stripe missing on the door. It's supposed to be on that side. But anyways, for the most part, stickers have stayed on, so that's nice to know. So we got the front of the car here, some headlights, and some actual Kre-o headlights, which are a translucent blue piece, which looks very nice. There we go, a little more focused in there. You got a red and blue stripe on the front. You got a number 4 stripe going on the roof, and then a red Autobot symbol. And on the 4 there, red and blue stripe, red and blue stripe. And then you got a little Jazz license plate, which is pretty cool. You got a little red for the taillights. So yeah, overall, whoops, it's a nice build. I like it. And it actually has real rubber tires, which is a very nice detail. It also allows you to roll it. It rolls very well, even better on a smooth surface. But yeah, pretty cool. And it does have some actual opening doors. However, they put a piece right here, which I don't know why they did that, because it just makes it look awkward. I don't know why they put a bar going right across there. Why did you have to do that? You messed it up. Anyways, you can also open up the roof, and that allows you to kind of see inside. You can see there's a steering wheel in there. I'm just going to pop off the that piece so you can see better inside. So yeah, nothing too crazy going on there, just a simple little seat. And you can actually put a race car driver in there, which I'm just going to do off camera for time convenience. Alright, finally got him in there. And You know, I think I'm starting to understand why Lego figures aren't super articulated, because those ball-jointed hips made it a little hard to sit them down and get them plugged into the studs. But anyways, you can see I got them inside the car. It looks quite nice. So yeah, overall, it's pretty cool. Not too complicated of a build either. It's only takes about like maybe 10 minutes or so to build it, and maybe a little longer. Yeah, overall, I like it. Car mode is pretty cool. It's even got a little spoiler in the back, which I forgot to mention. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the car mode. So I guess there's nothing left to do but go on to size comparisons. So first things first, here it is with a Lego minifigure, and as you can see, the Kreons are basically the exact same size. So that's nice. Next up, here we have it with a Pack of Destruction minifigure Mothra, Pack of Destruction minifigure Godzilla, and finally with the 2007 Movie Deluxe Jazz. As you can see, they're pretty similar in size. So yeah, now that's all done, measuring time. So the vehicle is about around 5 inches long and close to 2.5 inches tall, maybe, sort of, kind of. But yeah, that's pretty much it for measuring it and all that stuff. Now it is time to do the transformation. Do 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 do. Yeah, this thing doesn't transform. Yep, if you wanted to get it to the robot mode, you have to completely disassemble it and then build the robot mode. It's probably one of the most disappointing things about the Kre-o Transformers. I mean, how can you make a transformer that doesn't transform? I mean, for crying out loud, there have been people on YouTube for years who've been making their own Lego Transformer mocks. So you mean to tell me that random people on the internet can do it, but a whole company with actual designers can't figure it out? Man, I'm just glad that when Lego finally got their hands on Transformers, they actually made a transforming Lego Transformer. But anyways, now the transition to the robot mode. We'll see you there. Also, little thing to note, for any of you who are confused about my comment towards sorting pieces earlier, this is how I build Legos. Just put it on a pile, scour through it, get the piece I need, and build it that way. Call it barbaric, call it foolish, that's just how I like to do things. Anyways, now next time will be the robot mode. And about 10 minutes later, here we have Jazz in his robot mode. And something I want to note real quick here, is I think that originally Jazz's head was supposed to be silver, but as you can clearly tell here, it's black. But on the box and on the instructions, his head is silver. So that's, I don't know, just I'd mention that. But yeah, here we have Jazz, and he kind of appears to be a sort of fusion between his G1 and 07 movie design, and I'm not complaining, it looks pretty cool. Now, he does actually have a bit of articulation here, so that's nice. So, bring up the camera a little bit, straighten things out. His head is on a ball joint, so you can get some side to side. You can look up that far and look down that far, and obviously his head can rotate. His arms can go all the way up. That's very nice. He does have a bend at the elbow. The chest does get in the way, but if you bring up the arms like that, he can get a full bend. So that's nice. Nothing at the waist. The legs are also on ball joints, so they can kick that far forward and about that far back. Can't really do the splits, the kind of limited ball joints, but whatever. And because they're ball joints, you do get a rotation there. Then you have ankles, which are also on ball joints. So you can go back that far and forward that far. And you do get some ankle tilt. And, of course, rotation. Goodness, even after all these years, these ball joints are still pretty tight. Which is very nice. And you don't want ball joints to get loose over time. I think it's maybe because the ball joints are kind of like a rubbery material, so I think maybe that's what's allowing them to stay tight all these years. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, so pretty cool. Articulation is it's pretty nice. I do feel that he should have had knees. I do feel that really would have rounded things out if he had knees, but whatever. So now we'll get into the details. So you can see his face here. It's made out of rubber, but it is a nice little sculpt. He's got a blue visor, which is kind of hard to tell on the camera, but it is blue. Focus in here, can you? No, it just kind of looks black, but it is a dark blue, and then he's got a silver for the mouth. Well, it's a pretty nice little jazz head. Yeah. You got some pieces which may look familiar from the vehicle mode, and that is something I think is kind of neat. It is, you know, seeing like where the pieces from the car mode ended up on the robot mode. That is kind of nice. Although something I probably should have mentioned earlier, you do wind up with spare parts in either mode. Neither robot or car mode uses all the pieces that come with the set, so make sure not to lose anything and keep it inside the box. Anywho, so yeah, once again, familiar pieces from the robot, the car mode, I mean. Yeah, I like how they went about shaping the robot mode. Looks pretty cool. I like how they got the wheels on the legs and the arm. Even got the door wings on the back, although the door wings look kind of minuscule on this robot mode. It's just me, or do these seem kind of small? Like the itty bitty little wings. Anyway, so this thing can flap up for whatever reason. Yeah. Overall, it's just a decent looking robot. Overall, I really like it. I do see some people complaining about the hands and how they're just these little nubs, but honestly, it never bugged me. I actually really like the look of this. Plus, at the time, none of the characters really had anything to hold anyway, so if he did have actual hands, like, what would you do with them? Yeah. Overall, just a decent robot mode. It's pretty cool. I like it. You have some fun with it. Okay, so, can't really say much more about it, so on to the size comparisons. So to start our size comparisons, here we have it once again with a LEGO minifigure. The Pack Destruction minifigure Mothra. Oops. The Pack Destruction minifigure Godzilla. With the 2007 Deluxe movie Jazz. You can see he's quite a bit taller. And finally, with the previous review, the Star Wars Force Link Kylo Ren. Which I did not think about. I didn't account for not being able to stand up on the studs. Oh, hey, I got to stand. Cool. So yeah, there it is with that. So that's it for size comparisons. Now that means it's on to measuring time. So move that away. Get Jazz here. And as we can see, he is about 6.5 inches tall. Doesn't appear that way on camera, but that's how it is in real life. Maybe I should... Let me raise up the camera. Maybe that way you'll see it a little bit better. Yeah. So about 6.5 inches. So really... Whoops. He fell over. So really decent size. Oops. Spoiler broke off. Hang on. Let me fix that. Really decent sized figure. I really like him. I really do. Just getting him into a action pose here. I can get him to stand up and set action pose, maybe? Yeah. So, yeah. Overall, I like him. I think he's cool, you know? Again, it is kind of disappointing that you have to completely disassemble him and then rebuild him into whatever mode you want him to be in. That is kind of disappointing, but overall, it is pretty nice for what it is. Yeah, I really like the look of him. I like the build. And it's a nice simple build too for either robot or car mode. Like, it's nothing super complicated. The instructions are pretty clear on what to do. So yeah, even if you're not like a good Lego builder, I feel like you should probably still be able to build it, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, overall, I think it's pretty cool, and I definitely recommend it to any Lego Transformer fan. It is rather nice. And it is a decent substitute until we get an actual Lego Jazz Transformer, if that is even a thing that's coming. I don't know. They made Optimus and Bumblebee. Who knows what they're going to do next. Yeah, now if you wanted this figure for yourself, on eBay it's going for around $25 to $35. And yeah, I'd recommend the 25 one. 30 plus seems a little too much for this guy. I would go for something more in the $20 range. Yeah, so overall, I'd recommend it. But if you're a Transformer purist, then probably stay away from it, because again, it doesn't transform. But if you are a Lego fan, you probably will get some enjoyment out of this. So overall, that's pretty much it. Hope you all enjoyed. See you later. Sayonara.